What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
Long days and pleasant nights. I'm Jaime Fuego.
And we are back once again for another trailer reaction. This is another immediate trailer reaction. It just happened to drop on a day that, well, we in fact moved our recording day to the day we knew this trailer was going to drop so we could do this. Although it dropped just about 7 hours ago at this point. Or 8. We're going to go ahead.
I held up the process, guys.
It's okay.
So sorry. Thank you for waiting for me.
Daily life. Yeah, I know. It was tough. So here we go. We are going to be reacting to the first teaser trailer for the upcoming reboot of Stephen King's It.
The Losers Club. The first half of it when they're all kids, because they're going to chop it up into 2 movies, guys. And
exactly.
My enthusiasm, I'm trying to temper it. I'm trying to not get too excited, because I was really skeptical about this movie initially, and then they've started to pull me in. So let's see what all the fuss is about, right?
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. Anyway, here we go. Let's get this going in 3, 2, 1, go.
She's already captain.
Thanks, Billy.
Of course they have this in the trailer.
It's awesome.
Nicely shot.
Oh, I love how it's shot already. Ooh!
Oh,
Ooh.
Careful, kid.
Ooh.
Such a good novel. Damn, it's great.
There's not like any time I've ever been in before. People die or disappear 6 times the national average. And that's just grown-ups. Kids are worse. Way worse.
Whoa.
That's not creepy at all.
That's awesome.
Oh, the Barons look killer.
Yeah, I saw him too.
Look, it's all connected by the sewers. That's where it lives. What happened? Bill?
Oh. Okay, I got the goosebumps.
Oh man.
Oh!
Dope.
Bill, if you'll come with me, you'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too.
Whoa! Whoa! What the dude! Oh, okay.
I guess I'm sold.
I am so excited for this.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow, man. That was...
It's not often that a trailer gives me jolts, but this succeeded. And not just because of the nostalgia factor. It's taken it to another level, man.
Oh my god. Dude, they succeeded in so much. First of all, they succeeded in making it look way more cinematic
Big time.
than the original miniseries was.
Which, compared to this, feels like TV.
It
which
does.
was.
It does. This feels like an actual... this feels like... If I had gotten this version, just based on solely on this trailer, and again, the last one was scary to me, but it didn't scare me as much. But if I had seen this... this version of it, this is already freaking me out. I think the kids' acting looks amazing. I think
it looks on point.
and again, the cinematography is beautiful.
It's sweeping camera angles, awesome. Patrick Kenelot or Hockstock or whatever the hell his name is. That's one of the kids that torments them. So
let's actually go back and just go through it like we did the Justice League one.
Scene by scene, man.
Yeah. So okay, so obviously we get Georgie building his boat.
Starting at the beginning of the book and the original miniseries.
Right. Very reminiscent of that, but it's it actually looks like they're brothers that care about each other.
I'm also very happy that I was worried the decade change was going to pull me out of it, but I didn't even really notice.
No.
It felt timeless.
No, it really did. And that was even like, I was like, whoa, like it puts me on guard, like right away, like.
You jolted right away.
Yeah, and then this, yeah, when we get Pennywise's first, like, I'm gonna try and snag when he
Freeze frame
first
it,
pops
yeah.
up, because I like what they did with his eyes, the
Almost got
gleam.
Yeah. And that's the thing. We were really
Oh.
worried about his look, but if they're showing him in these quick, creepy flashes, it's much more effective.
Yeah, it's
Because he takes on so many different forms in the book. He kind of did in the miniseries, not quite as much. They cut out a few things, but they're saying the leper is supposed to be here. The crazy leeches are supposed to be here. So
well, and here's the thing. Let's talk real quick about how it first struck us before we actually go through it, because it hit me very. It did hit me very Stranger Things, but I think, you know, making
drew inspiration from
one
Stephen King anyway,
movie
so.
all the kids, I think, is a stroke of genius, because it's gonna build on the you know, the Stranger Things sort of popularity, because
True.
people are ready for that kind of thing done well. This looks like it's done well. And then my initial reaction to all the kids look like they look like kids, you know, and I think they did a good
actually,
job.
even more so than in the original.
Yeah,
miniseries.
yeah.
They feel like
Seth
they're
Green was
younger
still a little
more
old and stuff. You
age-appropriate.
know, like they all look like genuinely
Kid from
they'd
Sequest.
be scared and stuff. And
Yeah.
then the, you know, just the initial impression of Pennywise is actually way more intense than I thought he'd be. Again, the suit isn't that scary, but it doesn't look like they're going to be featuring him in full form. You know, like him coming out of the water like that. Just you know, I'm just talking about coming out like that with his hair down, like that was menacing. And then to add that weird spinning, like the way he came out of there, like almost like one of those, you know, knock me over doll things, you
A
know?
little bit, yeah.
Like it's crazy how, you know, it just doesn't matter because we already watched
Yeah, I
it
was
with
gonna
the
say.
sound.
So now we can hear each other better.
Yeah, exactly. But that was so effective. What
Big
was
time.
your initial reaction to it?
The trailer in its entirety?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
just
yeah. Just in its entirety, and then we'll go through it.
I really was thinking that some of the changes were going to throw me off, like I was mentioning, and yet this did not. It didn't take me out, and it looks like a more faithful adaptation than I was anticipating. I have not seen Mama, so, and I know Andres Muschietti has not really done anything else of
Mama
like,
was effective
high caliber
with its
besides
scares.
that.
People didn't like the fact that it was so CG heavy, but it was still effective with its scares.
Yeah, and I was also thinking that the fact that it's not following the book, because the book basically jumps between the different timelines throughout. So you get a little bit of them as kids, a little bit of them as adults, and it jumps back and forth, just like the miniseries did, whereas this is going to focus in a more linear fashion, and I think you're right that it is going to really do the job proper, and that just gets me more excited than I was even thinking.
Well, and it's really an interesting way to approach it, too, because now everyone's going to for sure want to come back and see what happens when they come back as adults and have to
Hopefully.
fight him again.
Fingers
Like,
firmly crossed.
oh, come on, there's no
Hopefully
way.
it's a better spider,
the reaction
right?
to this trailer, oh my god, because it is a spider in the book, right? It'll
is.
have to be a
It
spider,
is,
but
yeah.
it'll have to just
I'm
look
sure it'll
way
be CGI,
scarier.
but,
Well,
you
that's
know.
well, maybe not. But
never know.
all right, so let's continue through this.
Yes,
so we
please,
got
please do.
Pennywise popping up.
I want to watch it again. I want more.
We can watch it again at the end here,
Yeah.
but yeah. So okay, from Stephen King's terrifying novel, yes,
Build the anticipation.
the lovely drone
That's a good
sweeping
drone
shot.
shot, yeah.
The kid, you know, I the cinematography of that shot, pushing in with the car, like
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
there's
Who's
the-
Patrick?
He is the bully that kind of.
Oh, he's the one that comes back.
The
Okay,
Losers
that
Club.
gets his hair turned white.
Yeah.
Again, just the balloon floating across the room horizontally, perfect like that, is so unnerving. And again, you said the sewers look good.
Yeah, the sewers look good. That's where they go from the Barrens into the sewer system, and the
What is that
spooky
mansion?
house-
Is that the spook?
That is the spooky house where in the original miniseries and in the book you see the. I think that's where B.P. Britch encounters the werewolf, if I'm not mistaken.
but we didn't get that in the.
You
in
saw
the
like
teaser.
brief
just
yeah.
just real briefly, right?
Yeah. In the miniseries, that's where, and
Right.
you know, and in the book, that's where, you know, his biggest fear, because he's into watching 50s horror movies. I'm assuming they're going to update that for maybe 80s horror. What kind of references and nostalgia they could drop there might be kind of cool.
Well,
maybe they're
if this is in the
Nightmare on Elm
80s, it
Street.
would probably still would be an obsession with 50s horror.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because a lot of kids would be into the older horror stuff. I think that would still sell.
Now I'm wondering, honestly, because I mean, the '80s was such a big resurgence for horror with Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday and things of that nature. Maybe,
but we
kids will be
saw
obsessed with
him
that
becoming the wolf, right, later in the trailer
stuff.
here.
What, with the claws coming?
Yeah, I think that's got to be that, right? So let's see if it's the same kid during that scene. So
I think it was like all of them.
Derry, Maine. Oh, this was so cool. Was this in the book? The slideshow happening, this thing?
No, not really.
So what did you think of this? Did this bother you, or was this a cool way to present?
Well, it wasn't a slideshow in the book, remember, and well, not the book, remember, because you haven't read, but in the miniseries when they're looking through all the old photos.
But they might still. Oh, so you think this is just a replacement for that scene?
Exactly right.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
what I'm assuming.
Well, what do you think? How do you like it?
It's properly updating without really corrupting the source material too much.
Okay.
So much camera movement, man. I gotta say,
There-
there you go.
So was that
Swallowed it up.
were there more than just one of them in there when that happened, in the book?
I'm guessing that's them in the creepy haunted house, maybe. I thought there was only Richie and maybe like one or two of the other kids when they had that werewolf scene, but
Well, maybe it is then four. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it's just one more than you thought, because
Yeah, I'm
it
not
does
sure.
look like that same kid that was looking at the house from the outside. So,
yeah.
um,
Well, you've got Beverly there. You've got Finn Wolfhard, the Beep Beep Richie kid. You've got Stuttering Bill over there. So
all
yeah.
right. So I like that his fingers were growing as we were doing it. And again, is that a thing, a zombie thing? Right here.
I'm guessing that might be the leper, or that might be
Quality
something,
meats.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm honestly not sure. Once again, it's been nearly a decade since I read this book, so I'm trying to recall certain things. I will be rereading the book in the month of August for a Tales of Stephen King in September before the movie comes out. So
Nice. Okay.
got the audio book. I've got my deluxe edition from Cemetery Dance, and I'm going to be going through all the beautiful illustrations. So
You should hook me up with the
it's
audiobook.
going to be dope.
All right, so here we go. Continuing on.
Yeah, so
this
that's
is obviously
presumably
the
the blood
sink
scene,
scene, right? Yeah.
Beverly bloodbath scene, which was one of the best in the original miniseries. I think.
I mean, that's frightening. The
Yeah.
fact that she's almost being drowned by it.
It's this weird black-looking sludge, though. Well, I guess I can kind of see the tinge of red.
Yeah.
so.
I think maybe to keep it non-red band, they might have had to tone the red down a little bit.
Good point. I didn't even think about that.
Let's see.
So, are we going to get a red band trailer? I wonder.
That would be great if so. I
Would.
mean, that is very unnerving.
Now, so notice they have not shown a full-on shot.
I
of
think
the
they
clown.
know that he doesn't look that scary.
Well,
when
there
it's
was that
full...
backlash, man. I mean, you and I both were like, oh, what is this? The weird. I don't know, like early 80s, well, not early 80s, early 1900s kind of. What was the way that you described it? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it was like a French, like a 18-something French clown outfit. But
It's all the ruffledness. But I guess Tim Curry had that going on too. I mean,
well, no,
not
really.
quite
I
as
mean,
well, not quite as much.
yeah.
but-
So anyway, moving on here again.
Yes.
I think this is a very nice
And that was
publicity shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of the shots that they've been featuring in everything. So
This was great.
this was so effective.
Oh my gosh, I got goosebumps every when that kid did a really good job.
He did the yelling at the end. Yes, that. Oh my lord, that part. That's probably
so
the best
good.
shot that we got of him in the entire trailer.
Yeah,
and
so-
I'm liking the
so let's
logo
do that.
more and more. I gotta say.
Yeah, the logo is really good.
The fact that it looks like bloody, like scratches on flesh almost.
Starts
Yeah.
laughing at him.
I
and
still
then-
love the job the original kid did in these same scenes, but this new kid is doing a great job. Look at that, dude. The contacts are on point.
that what it doesn't. Since you can't see
And
the
fact
kid
that he has
under
more
the makeup,
hair,
like
kind of falling on and
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, because this is a young actor that's portraying Pennywise. Oof. Why does this unnerve me so much?
because it's his movements. Like
Yeah.
it's a play on the whole. In horror in the mid '90s when ghouls would stand still, but they'd be like, that kind of stuff. And this is just sort of a new evolution of it.
Yeah.
He's emerging from the darkness in that same way. And God, he looks so freaking.
There's something sinister about the wet, floppy hair, which they never utilized in the original film or
Yeah.
in the original miniseries. But having it all draped over his face and stuff, it adds an element of insane creepiness.
Well, and I've never seen Pennywise that menacing before, honestly. I mean, when he's got the teeth, sure, he's
Yeah.
scary, but this guy in that instance, he didn't need the teeth to be scary, and
No,
that's
not at all.
there's something to be said for that.
Yeah, the rest of the look was that good.
you have to give credit where credit's due. They made that guy look scary without having to sharpen his teeth.
Yeah.
That's awesome to me. So you know what? This was a tremendous big success. I was worried when I saw it was a teaser that it would be short, but we got a full-on trailer.
2.5 minutes, man.
That was great.
Yeah,
so
this was on
overall,
point.
yeah, what do you think?
As a constant reader, as an insane Stephen King fan, as you guys know from seeing my weekend show lately, I'm thoroughly impressed. Even more so than I was anticipating. It's tough when expectations are rising because they were slowly luring me in and getting me excited when I was initially very skeptical. This looks badass.
Out of 10 balloons, how many clowns would you give it?
Holding these balloons, I'd say 9 balloons. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say this trailer's a 9 out of 10 too.
Yeah.
I would have I got goosebumps twice during it, and I got genuinely freaked out by the imagery the first time I saw it,
Yeah.
and I think I want to watch it again after we do this. So.
I do too.
All right,
Hear the audio and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So rather than risk copyright nails, we're going to go ahead and call it right here. But let us know in the comments down below, what did you guys think of the It trailer? We obviously are super pumped about it. We've been covering the development of it through our horror show news with Booze and before, when it was just the regular news for a long time at this point.
Yeah.
So it's, quite frankly, considering it had its ups and downs in the pre-production process, the stops and starts and the losing people and all that stuff.
Fukunaga leading the project, and apparently his script is now floating around online. So I'm gonna have to read that and just indulge some curiosity.
Do it after you watch this.
I think
would
you
say.
might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Bloody posted about it today that it's floating around, and I was like, should I or shouldn't I? I think you're right.
Yeah, just wait and see
your
what this is
recommendation.
first. But yeah, so like I said, let us know in the comments down below what you guys think of it. While you're down there, click the link in the description box to our TeePublic site where you can get a shirt with our horror show design, a shirt with our Coexist design, and a shirt with our mascot, Horrific Harry, on it. So if you do so, you'll be supporting the show. Thank you guys very much. Until the next episode, I've been Cecil Laird.
Gracias, I've been Jaime and Fuego.
And remember, stay scared.